Hi everyone. As we released our beta version of Notion integration on Columns, we have received a bunch of interests from users. So in this update, I'm trying to go through a example to how to visualize Notion database, posting our visual story back to Notion, and also demonstrate the synchronization feature so we can real-time update, keep in sync with the database you added. So let's look at a very simple example for demo purpose. I made the sample data very simple. So as you can see here, we have a Notion database, which has 3 columns like name, value, and a timestamp, only date. So let's just go ahead to walk through this example and see how it works on Columns. So if you have already integrated with your Notion workspace, you can reconnect anytime, or you can just go to your connection itself to editing the page sharing access. So let's take a look at how we do that. First, let's create a new visual story. This is an empty workspace. Let's start from scratch. So we connect the new data. In this case, we're going to connect Notion. When we click this tab, it's just trying to list all the possible database you have shared from your workspace. In this case, we are using test data sync, which is the first one. It has no description, but you can use the link to navigate the same page and see the content. So we skip that part. Let's assuming this is a database we want to connect. Once we confirm, Columns will load your data, load some samples. By the way, Columns is a big data platform, so it can process in even millions of rows, thousands of rows in a sub-second. So don't worry about that. Right here, we only load some samples. And also it detects the timestamp, so it find out this time column, which has the ISO data format. So everything is selected for us. We don't need to do anything, and simply type check is all good. So just go ahead to connect. Upon our connect, we created the first connections, and the Columns we're presenting, the default visualizations for you. If you want to see more, you can actually open the query wizard to see how many different ways we generated the template for you to query, or you can even simply ask questions, use your natural language to do the query, or you can follow start with the chart, follow a 2 steps wizard to generate a query. So let's assuming we like this, and actually I want to show timelines. So maybe I can change my unit a little bit, which is instead of using the time is a special column. So once I select that, you can see this is time with this value, but I want to see the aggregation values across a timestamp. So here I want to see it in sum or average or whatever aggregation functions we want to do. Let's do the sum. So it will generate the date by date kind of values for me. And if I really want to build a bounded timelines, I can edit the time field. Just select bounded time. In here I can see different bounds like day, range, hour range, week range. Let's use week range. So it generated like week by week kind of like view for us. In this case, I'm sum all the value for that week, and this is all good, and we can check in the aggregation results. By the way, if you want to have time filtering, you can do that as well. So this is all Columns feature. So you may notice that there is a Notion icon here. Is because it's connected with Notion, and we have editing permissions, which means we can post this back, right? So let's just edit this a little bit. Go to design, and I want auto title, change it a little bit. And if I want to change this not by time but by week, maybe it's more accurate. So let's close this, make this left side a little bit more space because I want to drop a smart widget there. So here you can see across all the weeks, sum of the value is 84. And then now, if I want to change the background a little bit, just demonstrate some basic features on columns, right? I can do that as well. Choose another end, so make this, maybe this one looks a little bit better. All right, for this specific metric, I want to use in a different color like this. Okay. Now let's show how we do the synchronization feature. For example, I'm editing my Notion database here. I want to edit a new row, which is named as G, and I want to see the value is, let's say, 18. I want to add this to last week. So basically, is oh, actually, this is March. I want to change it to February. Actually, February 16th. So February 21st, and the last one I want to do the February 24th. So assuming these last two values should be, sum of them up should be 31, right? So it's going to be the last value. So now I changed my values, and on columns, I want one click to synchronize the data. So I just click the reload data. Click reload, it will reload the data. And you can see my G values actually comes back. Oh, one of the things I think we haven't perceived is the queries. So there's something we can fix. But in the analysis, I can repeat the same thing. Basically, sum the value and go to columns. I select the time again. For the time, I still want to bound the time by week. So here you can see we actually generated like 4 weeks within February, the same months. Week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, and then now this is 35 first. And the sum of the total value is 102. And this is to demonstrate like how we synchronize our graph with the database you editing. And now everything looks good. Let me drop one smart marker specifically pointing to last week. So it generated last week's sum of the values for me. And then now I think this is all looking good to me, and I want to post back to Notion. Let's do that. I need to post it to your Notion page. So it's supposed to be showing up here. Let's see. Let's refresh the Notion page. I don't know where he posted to. All right, let's check. Is it another view? Let's just open this. Oh, yeah, it's posted on the parent page, basically. This is the parent page hosting the database. And yeah, I was looking at the database view, so this is the page. And anytime if you want to go back to edit, you can just click the same link, come back, and do the continue editing. But in my case, I actually already, have my editing page opened, so it's already there. So this is the whole thing I want to demo, how columns working directly with the Notion database, and hope you like it. Enjoy.